Welcome everyone. This is Q50 Beast, and today we're gonna do another live drag tune. We have a pre-selected car. We're gonna do this Audi RS6. So we're gonna build this car. You see some of these on the road. It's a very nice car, a nice family car that can turn into a sports car in a second. And we're gonna use this as our test subject for today for the live tune. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's a very nice car. We're gonna get into this thing and get this video going. All right, so let's go ahead and drive this thing a little bit just to see how it sounds. This car has a hefty engine in it. This is all stock, nothing has been done to it. And we're not killing it. But the car, it sounds great. So it's no slouch. Any car in real life that's picking up speed like this, you're going to run away from a lot of people. It's a very stout and strong car, as you can tell. Alright, so that's about what we got now. So let's go ahead and try to tune this car. So let's go back home and go ahead and get this tune on the road. Alright, so let's go to the garage and go ahead and start upgrading it. So we'll go to custom upgrade. This is a chance to get you guys the opportunity to see what my thought process is and see how I tune these cars and why I make the upgrades that I make. Alright, so we're going to go here to the conversions. That's the stock engine. It's a V8 engine. They have a 5.2 liter V10. And they have a 3-liter I6. Now we tuned the other Audi with the 3-liter, so let's go ahead and leave the stock engine, keep that hefty sound. This car is already an all-wheel drive. You can switch it to rear wheel. We're gonna leave it all-wheel so we can plant all that power on the ground. Let's see what kind of body kits they offer. This is the body kit. This will be more for kind of road racing, that kind of thing, to give you a wider stance, help you with handling. Looks kind of funky. We want to keep it kind of stock looking. It's going to look real nice without doing that body kit. Alright, so let's go over to the engine component. Of course, we're going to upgrade the intake to the race intake. We're going to upgrade the fuel system to the race fuel system. This is the ignition. We're going to upgrade that to race. This is how it sounds with the intake and those other two upgrades. Stock. That's what it sounds like with the race exhaust. Alright, so we're going with the race valves. That's 97 horsepower. And we're going, yep, continue to upgrade that. And the race twin turbos, so we can get that power throughout. Let's see about the oil cooling. We hit Y twice, and look at what we got, 6.578 seconds. Top speed, 234.6. Now we do increase in speed and horsepower, 0 to 100 and speed. We're gonna actually go with the race oil cooling because we can run this car on the road on those longer races, keep that engine cool as possible, and we'll be able to run for those longer distances. Of course, we're going with the race flywheel so we can get those gears changed faster. We're gonna go with the race springs and dampeners. We're going with the race front anti-roll bars and race rear anti-roll bars. Chassis reinforcement, I'm sure is going to be heavier, but we'll take a look at it. It does help with the handling a little bit, but not much. Acceleration a little bit as well, but that's 125 pounds. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're definitely not going to do that. You saw the 0 to 100 increase tremendously with adding the reinforcement, the roll cage. All right, we're going to do a full weight reduction. That's going to help the car speed up as well, take all that extra weight out. Of course, we're going with race clutch because we want to go as fast as possible. We're going to go with a race transmission on this one. We're going to do a race drive line. And of course, we're going to go with a race differential, right? All right, let's go over to the tires. This is not necessarily a drag build. This is just for speed. But we'll go ahead and do drag tires. We'll come back and maybe we can upgrade the to some other tires later on. So we're going wide front and rear, so we can get the power down, because we're going to try to push this car as hard as possible. So we're going to widen the front tires, front wheels, see what we can get up here. These are 19 pounds lighter, look pretty good. So we want to go lighter. I don't think I've used these wheels, and I think they look pretty good on the car. These are 19 pounds lighter as well, but I really don't like the look. I do like these though. Let's see what else we got. So we want to go lighter. We'll go with the ones that we just looked at. That's 19 pounds lighter, and they look pretty good on the car. We're going to widen the front tires, front wheels, widen the rear wheels so we can handle. And with Audi, you saw the speed went down tremendously. But we're definitely not going to do that Forza Aero. Wing, I love the stock wing on the back of the car. Spoiler now. That's that, and that's that. So this looks pretty good, but we'll see what it does for the car. It drops the speed tremendously. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave it stock. The stock one looks great anyway. We're probably going to leave all of this stuff off. It's probably going to slow the car down. Yeah, it didn't slow it down at all, but I don't even know what it's changing. It's supposed to be the side skirts, but I don't even see them moving. So maybe we found a glitch in the game. I'm not sure. But we're not going to do that anyway. Alright, so we installed that setup. It was only $65,000 to install that because we didn't change the engine, so we didn't have to change some of those other components, which is good. Let's see what kind of paint we can put on this thing. See if we find some designs that someone has already created. Maybe we can give them a shot. This blue one looks pretty good. Let's just paint it ourselves. We'll paint the car ourselves. Just a basic paint and see what we can get to kind of match these wheels. The car looks really good. It stands very good. I love the way the car looks. This looks pretty good here. Of course. This purplish looking car looks unique. I like the way that looks. And that looks really good with the wheels, in my opinion. I like that. White looks good. Let's go with this here. I don't know. The purple looks good. It's something different. Not sure about the match on the wheels. Alright, let's not spend too much time. We're going to go with this here. We'll go over to see if we can maybe carbon fiber the hood. I usually do that. See if that looks good. That looks really good on this car, I think. So we'll carbon fiber the hood. They give it that race look. So if we do that, if we can carbon fiber, we can't do that. Okay. And we can carbon fiber the back wing or spoiler. That's gonna look pretty good. I wonder if we can change these wheels to black. Nope. We'll leave it at current. Maybe put some color on the brakes, calipers. Let's go with a blue. This car. Put a decent tint on the windows, and we're good to go. So the car is painted and ready to go. We're just saving that. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this tune and see how it drives once we get it tuned. So remember, we got that V8 in the car, the stock V8. I believe it's a 4-liter. I'm not sure. So people in the chat can let me know what they think this car comes with. But I believe it's a 4-liter. I know it's a V8, but I believe it's a 4-liter. All right, so we go back to the upgrades, custom tuning. So we have an all-wheel drive, so we don't have to drop that tire pressure. Let's see if we drop it, what it does to us. 4.876. We started at 4.7. Okay, so we know that's going to be faster, 0 to 100, and it didn't mess with our top speed that much, I don't think. think it left the top speed alone. Yep. So we can drop that pressure for drag racing. And let's see what this does. Alright, so we'll leave that where that is because it dropped us a tenth. And we'll go back to our stock. And that way we can kind of take some of that footprint off of the ground a little bit, but we still want it to be able to grab. So let's go with 25. 25 in the front, 15 in the rear. We didn't lose anything. We actually got a little bit faster on the 0 to 100. So our gears, we start at a 308 final drive. So let's see what it does to our top speed in our 0 to 100. Looks like it's increasing. But our top speed is doing better. And we're getting back to where we need to be as far as 3.683, I think, is faster than what we had. Yep, 3.683 is faster. So we'll look for that as our benchmark and surpass the 237.5. Look, we're getting faster and faster. Alright, so we'll keep going this direction until it stops. So we're at 280. I want to see what it does if it drops all the way down to the 220 and we work our way back up. It looks like it slowed us down a little bit. Alright, because we want to get back to that 4.7. Alright. So I think the 280s is the better option for us. 7.101. And we'll go down all the way until we start increasing. So we'll stay here at the 274 final drive. That is the method that we're using, is 0 to 100. We look for that speed and the top speed. Alright, 471, we'll try to shorten it down a little bit. Okay, that increases. We're going to leave it right there. 470 is where we are, but let's drop it significantly and see what it does. Nope. So we'll go leave it at 470. Alright, so that gear is at 470. Let's see if we can bring this one a little bit closer. Alright, so we're going to go as high as we can until we start increasing, and there we go. We might want to leave these alone. They're generically set pretty well. Just bring it a little bit closer and give us a little bit of space between these gears here. What I usually do is I go check these bottom gears down here to see if it impacts the top speed, which it does not seem like it is doing so. And that will be okay. Let's see if we can increase from where we were if it impacts the top speed. And it doesn't. So we can kind of keep these gears where they are. We have a bunch of gears here. Alignment, we're not going to mess with that. Anti-roll, we're going to stiffen them front and rear because we have the all-wheel drive, so we can do that. Alright, in the rear, I want to go about 1,000. That's fine there. And then I want to bring this one down to about 700. Don't want it too soft, but I do want it to be able to put the power back down to the rear because we're going to mess with that rear differential. So we'll leave this about 700. Or as close as we can get to it. And we're going to drop this thing all the way down. You see, we didn't lose anything. Yes, we did. 4.683. Yeah, we got faster actually from dropping it because we were at 4.701 at first. So we got faster there. And I usually put these all-wheel drive cars, most of them respond very well to 13 and 13. Yep, didn't lose anything. And I usually bump stiffness around 8. That's just a little bit softer than halfway. And it usually works out, which it does here. Nothing with the aero because we don't have any aero. Not going to mess with the brake. The differential is where we are now. So remember, we make this front a little bit softer, but the car is pretty balanced at 60. But we're going to increase it a little bit more to the rear if we can. Put more power to the rear and see if that helps. Already it helps, you see. 8.3. Now we're 6.6. So it's already helping. And remember, the number was 62. 62% was the number that we... 6.48. Okay. So we're faster here. 65 is that number now, that the benchmark. 65 is that number. And it looks like, oh, we got even faster. Alright, so now 68 is our benchmark. So I'm gonna go with 68. Leave it there. Let's go ahead and apply this. And if the gears turn out good, we're gonna save this tune, and we're gonna get you on your way. All right. So we're gonna fast travel to the track. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna get to the track. Go to the track. Alright, let's get to the track. And we're gonna try this thing out. We're gonna try to heat the tires up a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't spin too much. And actually, you know, to help some of the other guys out that maybe you don't shift, or maybe you haven't learned how to shift. So this will help you out. Is show you how to park without having to shift. We're gonna full send this car. Remember, we got about a 4-liter V8 here. First gear, just full send. Car goes through the gears very well. The gears feel like they're solid. All right, we got 168 miles per hour with the stock engine in this car. Stock engine. And this thing rolled 168 miles per hour. Now, of course, the car will be faster with that 3-liter that we talked about, but we're going to build it with the stock engine. You can look at the tune of the other Audis, and that'll show you how the car will perform. Very, very similar to that. The car will actually run a little bit better because you got more weight. You'll be able to put the power better on the other car. Alright, so let's see how the car performs shifting. Manual with the clutch is what we're going with. We'll see how it performs. Alright. Sir, this thing strolls, man. Does really good with the stock engine. Got a little bit faster shifting, about 2 miles per hour faster. Shifting the gears manually. So you know that manual with clutch is the fastest way to get your times if you do it correctly. The stock engine sounds really well. It sounds really good. So we'll try to quarter of a mile and see how the car does. Alright. Hold down A in the gas. Let it come down. Release A. A little bit late on the shifts. Put down 149 plus. Think about this. This is a station wagon, guys. 149 miles per hour plus and a quarter of a mile with the station wagons. So you catch some of those Mustangs and you catch them slipping with this stock engine, you can get it done. You can get it done. All right. So this is the live tune of this Audi. Let's go ahead and show you the share code for this thing. If you're interested in the share code. Alright, so let's go ahead and find the car here so you can see that share code. And I appreciate those who are still watching at this point of the video. The intent of this is to kind of show you how to tune these cars on your own. This was a live tune to kind of show you my thought process and what I put into the decisions that I make to tune these cars. I hope you enjoy these videos. Send me those messages in the chat and let me know if you want to see more of this. All right, we gotta find this thing. I don't know where it is. I wish I had a cutscene now so I can show you where the tune is. It's not at the end, so give me a second. I had this car for a while. I just never tuned it. But we'll get you the share code as soon as I find the car. The beauties of a live video, but this is real. I'm showing you guys exactly, guys and girls, exactly what it takes to tune these cars and help you be competitive in the races. I'm really not finding the car. If someone in the chat have seen me pass the car, let me know where it is so I can go ahead and get you the share code, because I am not seeing it. Okay, that is very weird. Oh, you know why? Because I never saved the tune. That's why we don't have a share code. All right. I apologize for wasting your time. So we're going to call this RS6 drag. That's why we didn't have a share code, because we didn't save it. But we're saving it now. And I usually go in and call these drag, and you can probably search Q50B for all of my tunes, and they will be there at your disposal. So if you're looking for a drag tune, I usually call it drag. If it's a street tune, I'll call it street or something like that. But that's how you can find my tunes. So we can go to the Creator Hub again, so I can get you the share code. And I wonder if this thing is at the end, since I just saved the tune. Let's see. I think that's how it goes. I think it goes in the order of how you save. But we're going to find that and test that theory right now. Got a ton of tunes for you all if you're interested in them. And it's still not there. Okay. So the theory for it being at the end is not true. So just give me a few more seconds and I'll get you the share code. Once again, I apologize for that. And if I can't find it, I'll just leave it in the description once I do find it, if I'm unable to include it in this video. Okay, there's an Audi. Okay, that is a bummer. I will leave the link to the share code in the description. So once you check back, you'll be able to see that link. I'll add it as soon as I'm able to find it. Once again, this is Q50 Beast. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.